This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and welcome to kind of a podcast special. I'm going to be posting this on our podcast channel, so check that out. I'm just getting rolling. Don't really have time to set up the whole studio, so I'm just going to go over a lot of topics that really just hit hard this week. A lot of shoes that are coming out. Not sure if I should be looking at the camera, talking to you guys. You let me know. I just wanted to go over my thoughts. Guys who are listening to the podcast, really appreciate you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, guys, please subscribe, get a thumbs up if you like it, comment below, and hopefully this video can help you out. We are going to be talking about a lot of the new shoes that Nike and Jordan brand have coming out. There's a plethora of them. Some of them are coming out really soon. Some are already out. I actually have one on the way. So we're going to jump into some of the news and just give you my take and my thoughts, and hopefully this helps you out on your next purchase. So with that all being said, let's jump into the biggest news of Sneaker News Week, and that is that Kobe is no longer with Nike. That's messed up by Nike. It's becoming a tougher brand to fully support when you have someone who is a legend, who is iconic as Kobe Bryant, and you have his lovely wife, his family, Vanessa Bryant, in charge of the estate, and somehow they can't come to an agreement. They can't listen to her. If anybody in the world knows what Kobe wanted, it's his wife. Like point blank. Like I know she stood by his side through a lot of stuff, and I guarantee you he ran everything through her, with her, by her, for her. And the fact that Nike can't come to an agreement. Now, there was rumors of Nike or Kobe wanting to start his own shoe brand away from Nike, and maybe Vanessa knows something that we don't. I don't know about you guys, but I will be 100% supporting the Mamba brand and whatever Vanessa's doing. And I think it's a great opportunity for some of the third-party brands like Crossover Culture, like Brand Black, some of the other sneaker, Stria. Hopefully I'm getting that right, from Chicago, to maybe work with the Mamba brand. And I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of NBA athletes who want to jump on board and represent what Kobe is all about, and just that Mamba mentality. So sad day for Nike. And it's tough. They're doing a lot of amazing things on the performance end, so I really support them. But it's something, this is hard to support when you're not gonna get the back of a legend and his wife and his estate, and that's weird. Now, if you are a Kobe fan and you're looking to get his shoes, it just made it that much harder. Honestly, this could all have been resolved if Nike just put his shoes on Nike ID. Point blank. It's not that hard of a business decision, Nike. I don't know whoever has to hear this. Put them on Nike ID. And if you're going to limit it to 24 hours, 72 hours, whatever it is, you have to order, and it gives everyone a chance to get it. So it's not about these bots and about these resellers, but it's about being able to have a piece of Kobe in your memory and be able to hold on to his legacy. So obviously I would be outraged if I was Vanessa, and apparently it sounded like she was, because they didn't sign on. We'll let that bridge... We'll go over that bridge. We'll cross it next time when everything comes up with the Kobe. Fortunately, if you have Kobe's, they went up in value. And if you don't have Kobe's, they're getting harder and harder to come across. This flows right into some of the shoes we have coming out, and that is Nike's Greater Than line. The GT series, with the GT Cut coming out first, the GT Run coming out later this summer, and then the GT Jump coming out towards the end of the year, probably beginning of next basketball season. And honestly, the GT line should have been Kobe's line. They put a lot of innovation in it. Greater Than, it sounds like it's something that Kobe could have been a part of. This should have been his line. And honestly, the GT Cut coming out has a lot of Kobe influence. It reminds me of the 360 NXT and that shoe. And if you guys watching on YouTube, I have it right here. You can't tell me this doesn't look a lot like what the GT Cut has. So same thing, the GT Cut has a drop-in midsole. It has a zoom Strobel, when honestly those packaged together just feels like a LeBron 11 midsole, where it was just lunar with the zoom. But it also has a double stacked heel, which again, Kobe did that with the Kobe 11 drop-in midsole. It has a double stack heel zoom. It just didn't have folding zoom because he didn't feel you needed it. You want to be close to the court. But the GT Cut and $180, we're getting the first drop in midsole we've had from a while from Nike brand. We're getting an all new upper. We're getting something that should feel close to the court, and it looks incredible. And honestly, it puts in perspective, there's not going to be another Kobe line. This may be the next Kobe. Just point blank, point it out, guys, if you're looking for the next Kobe. For that same price point for a Zoom Strobel, for a couple dollars less, I think it's $160, you have the KD 14, which is full-length zoom in a Cushline carrier and has a double-stacked 4-foot zoom. That, again, $20 cheaper. You're not getting a drop in midsole, but you're getting an incredible shoe. I have the KD 14s on the way. Talking about those, the next step down would be a $150 at the Cosmic Unity, and that's a full-length Zoom Strobel. Now, those actually feel the best from the KD 12 and even over the KD 13 a little bit. Even though it's not double stacked, the Cosmic Unity was, because of the carrier, because you feel closer to the court, just felt like this incredible balance where you have the cushion, you have some bounce, but you're close to the court. I'll have a full review on those coming up, guys. The Cosmic Unity, it feels incredible. Now, that rolls into the next GT line. That's the GT Run. The GT Run is using a 4-foot Zoom Strobel, which I've been calling the Zoom Turbo series for a while now, which is what you get from the Kyrie line. Now, because it's Zoom Strobel, it is going to be closer to your 4-foot, and it's going to be a little bouncier, and they're double stacking that 4-foot zoom. Again, that's going to feel very similar to the KD line, except the KD line is full-length Zoom Strobel. Now, they are adding a full React insole. And again, guys, if you do not own the BB NXT, I believe it is, that comes with a full-length React insole, triple stacked React midsole, and that you can get for like $80. That is something every hooper should have in their bag, where it's more comfortable than putting on slides. It's great for just a super cushioned, even if it's just casual use. But that same drop in insole, if you put that in the KD 13, it's going to give you a really similar vibe to what we're going to get on the GT Cut, but the GT Run. So the GT Run will hopefully be a little bit lighter, and it's going to be obviously meant for running. This is going to be like your Reggie Millers or Rip Hamilton kind of players, where you're constantly on the move, going through back screens, cuts. That looks like an awesome shoe with that double stacked 4-foot zoom. Now, again, a cheaper version of that for $130, you can get a double stacked 4-foot zoom from the Why Not 4. So again, add that React insole to it. You're not getting too much of a difference. Nike does try to have every shoe being slightly different. Now, we're going to go to the last shoe of the series, and that's a GT Jump. That is using a very similar setup to what we're getting on the Jordan 34 and 35, where you have this massive 4-foot and heel zoom units, but it has a Zoom Strobel on top of that, which is crazy. And I think I'll do a full video on this, guys, but I actually put a full-length zoom unit on top of my Jordan 35, and it just felt like almost too much cushion. It really did. It felt like I was playing on a trampoline on the court, but in a way that I absolutely felt slower. You eliminate all court feel, and it's just this super bouncy feel. I guess it felt kind of like the LeBron 10, where you just have this really cushioned, and I would say even more so than that. Now, it's going to have Nike's version of their Jordan's Eclipse plate, so it should have some forward propulsion. But when you have that much cushion, and I think that's also going to have the React insole. So the thing I call into question is, if they're doing this for the GT Jump, what's the Jordan 36 going to be? What's the LeBron 18 going to be? Because the GT line, with the GT Run, why would you get the Kyrie? With the GT Cut, that's kind of replacing your Kobe line. I think that has a stance. And then the GT Jump, that's your max cushion big man shoe. Why were you looking at a KD or a LeBron or a full, a Jordan line, when these shoes are potentially better than all the signature shoes? So I don't know what Nike is doing or what Nike's thinking. Going through it, I'd rather have the GT Run than I would the Kyrie. I have the KD 14 on the way. As far as shipping, guys, I ordered that day one. As soon as it came out, I was able to get my 12.5. Nike a week later said it was shipped. And now a few days later, it shows that ship, but there's no progress or no estimated delivery date. I don't know what that's about. So hopefully I can have those. That's using a full-length Cushlon midsole carrier for the full-length Zoom Strobel, double-stacked 4-foot Zoom. Should be super cushion. I'm expecting a really amazing cushion level because of what we got from the Cosmic Unity. That being so dialed in, now we're in our 4th, 5th generation of like Zoom Strobel. I think Nike's really honing in on what makes that so amazing. Going through the next Cushlon shoe we have, and I felt like Cushlon took a backseat for a while. It was only available on the Kobe 5, it was only available on the Adapt BB, and I think the new versions of Cushlon have been fantastic. And now we're getting it on not only the KD 14, but also the Kyrie Low 4. I've had every version of the Kyrie Low, and they've been good, but not great performers. Since then, I've sold all of them since they always ran super narrow and kind of long. Just the fit was weird. And honestly, I found the Greek Freak line to be a little bit better of a shoe with the Freak 2, just being better than the Kyrie Low 2 and 3. So the new one is all Cushlon, which if it's the same Cushlon we're getting, that should be impressive. And it has a 4-foot Zoom unit. Again, it's going to be, I think $120. I think it's worth spending a little bit extra since the Cosmic Unity has already been on sale for $135 and $120. Just going with the Unity, to be honest. I haven't tried the Kyrie Low, so I don't know how it's going to feel, support, traction, and everything else wise. But just straight cushion. And honestly, I think if you want the Cushlon, you want that 4-foot Zoom, you might as well just get the KD 14. You're going to spend a few bucks more, maybe wait for a 10%, 20% off coupon, but that seems to be a better shoe overall. Finally, guys, want to jump in and talk about new shoes coming out with all new signature athletes, and that's the Zion 1. That's going to be coming out any day now. The Zion 1 is going to be the first shoe, not a Paul George, to have a full-length Air Strobel. But shout out, Jordan Brand actually had that first back with the Jordan, I don't know, was it 25, 26? They had a drop-in midsole with full-length Air that was right under your foot. Same thing. I've used those in some of my Kobe's, comparing them to the PG4. I think the PG5 is a huge leap up. I'll have a review on that coming up. And the fact that they're adding a 4-foot Zoom unit to the Air Strobel is kind of exactly what I would want as a bigger player. And Zion being the monster he is, I think that's a perfect combo for a big man who has some explosiveness and quickness, where you get all that impact protection from the Air, but you're still getting a little bit of that bounce from the Zoom. Super excited to try that combination that we haven't had anything like that yet. Shout out to Zion for getting a signature shoe, but I'd be remorse if I wouldn't prefer personally to see Luka the Don get his own shoe first. He's literally carrying his franchise, but marketability, I can totally understand why Zion gets his shoe first. I get it. The kid is amazing. I definitely want to watch him play every single night, and maybe they both deserve signatures. There's room now with Kobe leaving, sadly, not even in the brand anymore with Nike, obviously never with Jordan. There can be in other signature shoe that might be stepping up soon. So the Nike line obviously is now limited to Giannis with the Freak, the KD line, the Kyrie line, with both being on the same team, both being on the East. 3 of those is not as, I think, marketability as something Nike could do. And then obviously you have LeBron. So hopefully they have another one. And then PG, both of those guys being in LA. So we'll see how if Nike's going to be adding another signature athlete to their fold. Now, another person getting their own signature shoe from the 3-stripe camp is Trae Young. He's carrying his franchise, so no hate on him. Being from Chicago, dude, why is Zach LaVine 2-time dunk contest winner with some of the craziest, best dunks we've ever seen, who's a leading scorer in the league and finally going to carry his team to the playoffs this year? Finally, with the Chicago Bulls, we got a squad. He has nothing on the horizon for a signature shoe. Marketability wise, I could see maybe why they're doing Trae Young. Just like Curry, you have someone who's small, who is playing with these giant athletes, and it's a lot more marketable when you can see someone like Trae Young and be like, yeah, I can be like that. Whereas Zach LaVine walks on air. He doesn't even have a nickname, guys. Like, I don't know what it is. It's just LaVine. Like, that's it. Like, he has some of the most incredible bounce. He has the smoothest shot. He's quick, and he's just cold-blooded. I love him on the Bulls. I hope we can build a team around him so he can use his talent and actually we can go somewhere with it. But as it is now, this year, obviously, maybe we can make the playoffs. I don't think we're going to make much noise. I would love to see Zach LaVine getting his own signature shoe, but I can't hate on Trae Young getting his own signature shoe. Love to him. Love seeing what he's doing, and he's kind of picking up the mantle that Curry laid down, and he's taking it to another level. And I think the next generation of players are learning from that, which is crazy to see what the next generation of Hooper is going to bring. Guys, yeah, that's about it. There's a lot of shoes coming out, couple new signature shoes coming out. I'm excited for what is coming in. I have quite a few shoes coming in, running shoes, some training shoes, basketball shoes, and just trying to get the work in. So I'm trying new things. Let me know what you think, what you want to see. Really appreciate you guys, and just want to be a source for all my hoopers around the world, men, women, boys, girls. If I can help you guys out, I am more than happy to. We're hopefully going to start bringing some people on the channel as far as some strength athletes and really get into power gears and just helping you guys out, getting stronger, preventing injuries, and just doing as much as we can so we can help the next generation, help the guys out there like myself who are big, strong athletes with big feet, so I can help you guys out. As always, guys, this is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Can't say how much I appreciate you enough. Subscribe to the channel, the podcast, and I'll come at you later.